students. We are going to learning the next topic in internet basics and HTML is IRC. IRC stands for Internet Relay Chat. Okay, IRC or Internet Chat is a service on the internet that allows people to communicate in real time and carry an conversation through computer with one or more people. Then what is IRC? IRC is one of a service on the internet. This service allows the people to communicate over the internet real time and carry the conversation. Conversation means just chatting through computer with one or more people. Okay, it is possible to have a conversation at a real time. Real time means at a time, on time, with the one or more people by using internet connection is called as IRC. It provides the user with the facility to engage in simultaneously online conversation with other users from anywhere in the world. So also this IRC provides the facility to engage the people online. Okay, so we can able to communicate people with an online simultaneously or synchronous. Simultaneously means at a time with one or more people, either with one people or more people who are connected in a computer system via internet throughout the world. Okay, unlike other forms of group communication on the internet, chat is an instant communications. So here we are having various forms of group communication on the internet. If you observe, chat is also one kind of instant communication. Yes. However, both parties must be connected in the internet and that too at the same time running the right software and actively participating in order to chat. So if both parties are communicated via internet, it is possible to have chatting. If you want to provide the chat, you must have a proper software. Nowadays it is called as an apps, right? So it is nothing but an app era. So by using that various apps we are communicating and have a conversations in the same sense by using this internet relay chat we are using some right software for actively participating in order to chat. So here it is one of a software internet relay chat. In this internet relay chat here list of people are showing and you are communicating the messages. Okay, so here you are communicating the message to selected people or group people. Okay, yes, generally the user runs a program to connect an IRC server. So if you want to use a IRC, user must use a program. Here runs a program called a client has to connect IRC server. By using IRC server we can able to communicate with any people who are connected in the internet. Okay, the server relays information to and from other servers on the same net. So by using this server it relays. What do you mean by actually relay? Internet relay. IRC means internet relay chat, right? So here relay means displaying, distributing or displaying. The server displays information to and from other servers. So one server is going to be connected with the other server on the same net. It displays the information related to and from of a client to server. Okay, popular IRC client applications are MIRC, VIRC and LeafChat. Then what are the popular IRC client applications? The popular IRC client applications are MIRC, VIRC and LeafChat. So by using these applications we are able to communicate with the internet and we can make the usage of chat services in internet. Once connected to an IRC server on an IRC network, the user will usually join one or more channels. If we connected with the one of our IRC server or IRC network, we can able to join either one or more channels. It is just like as in your WhatsApp. It will not related to the WhatsApp. I am just giving an example. Next charts will come on that we can able to see. We can able to have a single chat as well as a group chat, right? In the same sense. So if you once connected to internet, we can have a communication between one person or group of persons, right? Each channel is devoted to a different topic. Conversation may be public or private. So if you observe here, the channels are chat rooms. It consists of various chat rooms. In that chat rooms, some of the channels are discussing the conversation of public topics, and some of the channels are discussing the topics on private topics. Okay, so next our topic is chatting and instant messaging. Chat programs allow user on the internet to communicate with each other by typing in real time. By using these chat programs, it allows user on the internet. Okay, so by using these chat programs, allows the user on the internet to communicate with one other by typing in real time. So if they have connected in the real time, connected in a network on a real time, they can chat by sending messages. Okay, sending a messages. They are sometimes included as a feature of a website where user can log in into chat rooms to exchange comments and information about the topics addressed on the site. So if you want to chat, there may exist some of the website where user is logging onto the chat rooms to exchange the comment. Yes, so likewise, we can able to log in into the website, and we can log in into the chat rooms to exchange the comments and information about the topics addressed on the sites. So once we are having an Orkut, where we are having in this Orkut, it consists of some of the chat rooms. In that chat rooms also, we have to supposed to enter by giving our username and password. After giving a username and password, we can comment and information about the topic address on the site. Okay, so in the same sense, nowadays we are having Facebook. In the Facebook, any post is placed, we are having our own comments and our own information, right? For example, here it is suggesting as American Online is well known for sponsoring a number of topical chat rooms. So by using this America Online website, it is a well-known sponsoring of a number of topics for chat rooms. So it consists of various topics, and where people can participate for their chat rooms. Okay, it is quite cheap to chat online. Although email is also a cheap source of communication, it is not done on real time. So this chatting is very cheap. Means it may take a very less amount rather than any manual systems, right? Although email is also one of a cheap source, but it doesn't provide online communications. Means it doesn't gives real time, and the response to the message solely depends upon the recipients. So it means we can communicate our message to various people, but response may take a lot of time. Means people must be present in online. So next our topic is internet telephony. Let us see what is this. Internet telephony is the use of internet rather than traditional telephone company infrastructure to exchange spoken or other telephonic information. So here the internet telephony is one of the internet rather than the traditional telephone company infrastructure to exchange spoken or other telephonic information. So it means we are not using a manual telephone system. Okay, so it consists of hardware and software that enable people to use internet as a transmission medium for telephone calls. So means by using certain hardware as well as the software, it enables the people to use the internet. By using the internet, we are using certain hardware and software, and we are communicating our telephone call through a certain transmission medium. There are many internet telephone applications available. Nowadays, we are seeing a lot of internet telephone applications available. Let us see some such applications are CoolTalk and NetMeeting come bundled with popular web browsers. So if you see here some of applications such as CoolTalk and NetMeeting come bundled with popular web browsers. Nowadays we are seeing this Skype and so on. All these are the internet telephony systems. Okay, yes, as well as WhatsApp video calls. Nowadays you are having a WhatsApp video calls. So it is also possible because of this internet hardware as well as the softwares, right? So hardware is your mobile device, and the software is that Skype or WhatsApp or some other things, and the certain connectivity medium. So likewise, some of our internet telephony is also helpful for transmission of our data from one location to another location through certain medium. Okay, so here let us see how internet telephony will works. We are having a computer system. Through computer system we are using certain modem and telephone connections. So we are connecting to the computer in a network. If you connect a computer in an internet, we can transfer our voice call through from public telephone networks and to host telephone. So in some of our movies you are identifying some hackers will use these techniques. They don't use directly their mobile phones or to calls do the certain works. They are using these kinds of a technique, so they are unable to track, they are unable to trace their hardware as well as the softwares. Okay, so don't try to make the usage of better to use always a hacking system as an for good cause. Don't use it for bad cause. The required hardware for internet telephony generally consists of end devices. So let us see what are the hardware required for internet telephony is. It is a hardware required for end-to-end device. So end-to-end device, it must consist of a devices. Devices means either a computer as well as a phone systems. Okay, either traditional telephones or audio equipped personal computers. Okay, and gatekeepers that provide call admission controls, bandwidth management, and address translation, authentication, and user locations. Also it consists of some techniques like gatekeepers. It provides a call admission controls, bandwidth management, address translation, authentication, and user locations. So all these are possible because of your computer and the telephonic system. Okay, so they communicate with each other using voice over internet protocol, VoIP. So there may be a chance of asking the expand of VoIP. What is VoIP? Voice over internet protocol. What is IRC? Internet relay chat. Okay, so likewise these are asked for the 2 marks, very important. So if you are using the internet telephony system, then the communication is possible by using these VoIP. Then what is VoIP? Voice over internet protocol. For the cost for a local connection to their service providers, user can call anywhere in the world. So by using this for the cost of a local connection to their service providers, user can call anywhere in the world. So user can connect through from these devices and call anywhere in the world. Okay, so before these smartphones, so we are able to use computer system by using the Skype. We are speaking with our relatives or neighbors who are present, who are working in abroad, right? So it is all possible by using these telephony systems. Okay, these telephony systems, it is possible. And next one is video conferencing. Let us see video conferencing. It is also similar, just now we have discussed. Video conferencing uses the same technology as IRC but also provides a sound and video pictures. So if you observe, this video conferencing is also the same technology of your internet relay connection chat, but also provides sound and video pictures. So it may be we can able to view the person with speaking, as well as we can visually see him. Okay, it enabled a direct face-to-face communication across the network. It is just like as in a video conferencing. As we know what is a video chat, through this video chat we can face-to-face communicate across the network. A video conferencing system has 2 or more parties in different location which have the ability to communicate using a combination of video, audio, and data. By using this video conference system, either 2 parties or more parties with a different location, whoever they can able they have the ability to communicate using a combination of video, audio, and data. Okay, so a video conference can be person to person, refer as point to point, or can involve more than 2 people, referred as a multi-point, and video conferencing terminals are often referred as endpoint. So if you are using this video conferencing, if it is a person to person, it is a point to point, and a person to group, then it is a multi-point, and video conferencing terminals are referred as endpoint. So video conferencing terminals means the devices which are used to communicate through video conferencing. It is called as an endpoints. Okay, yes. So here we are seeing Now you are seeing my face because I am visibly appearing in your teaching learning process, right? So it is possible because of a cam. So here you are seeing one of a webcam is used. By using this webcam we can able to communicate with one video conferencing with people with another side. So these are the devices must be present. Okay. Yes. So now we are seeing these features in our smartphone either by using our front camera as well as back camera. In the front camera is acting as a webcam. Through that camera we are able to having video conferences through from internet by connecting person to person or person to multiple group. Okay. Yes. So the following five elements are common to all video conferencing endpoints. So these five elements are common to all video conferencing endpoint. What are those? First one is web camera. So it captures live images to send across the network. So first one is a web camera. Just now we have discussed. By using this we can capture our image as well as we can able to send it across the network. Next one is visual display. It displays the image of the people taking part in the video conferencing. So visually it is appears. So by using this web camera it captures the images visually appear images. So this visual images displays the images of a people taking part in video conferences. We are participating in the video conference. They can able to see the image or they can view the picture of a person participating. And next one is audio system. It includes both microphones to capture audio from the endpoint and a loudspeaker to play back the audio received from the other endpoint across the network. So in your audio system it has both parties are having microphones, and to capture the sound system or to capture the audio from the endpoints we can able to use the loudspeaker or we can able to use with our earphones, and through these endpoints we can able to have this audio system to capture your audio messages as well as through video messages. Okay, so it is also possible across the network connection. Next one is the compressions. Videos are very bandwidth intensive and they take a long time to load. So if you are using the video conferencing it like a huge bandwidth. So to if it takes a huge bandwidth then it takes a more time for loading purpose. Therefore video system include technologies often referred as codecs. So for reducing these video capturing systems we are having the codecs. So by using this codecs we can compress and decompress video and audio data, allowing transmission across the network connection in near real time. So by using this codecs what we are doing, we are compressing we are compressing heavy bandwidth audio video data. So by using this technology we are compressing and decompressing video and audio data by allowing transmission across the network connection in real time. So if you use this technology it is possible to have a real audio video data at a time. Okay, and last one is user interface and control system. If you see the user interface allows the user to control the interaction. User interface is nothing but one of our applications. By using that application we have to interact. For example, placing calls, storing and locating numbers, and adjusting environment settings such as volumes. So here the interface control system is suggesting as placing the calls. If you want to place the call we must have an app, right? The app we have to first call them, they must be present in online, and we have to store and locating numbers. So that number has to be stored in our devices and we have to locate that numbers. And adjusting environment settings, also we have to adjust our environment settings such as volume. If you want to increase the volume or image size, whatever it may be. The control system handles the underlying communication that take place between endpoints. By using this control system it is present in a communication underlying the communication that is take place between the two endpoints. That two endpoints are two different devices. Okay, so whenever we are asking for you to connect for a Google Meet, then we are using some application. By using that application what we are doing, we are having a video conference. It consists of some settings. By using that settings you are turning on your mic or you are turning on your video. If you turn on your video audio then you can able to interact, right? So likewise these settings are also possible, and the control system is also having all the endpoints. Next one is news groups. Next our concept is news groups or Usenet. Let us see what is a news groups. News groups are the international discussion group that focus on a particular topic and helps in gathering information about the topic. So here the news group or the international discussion group, they focus on particular topic. Okay, they will discuss about a particular topic and helps in gathering information about that topic. So for example, if scientists are developing any concept, for example COVID vaccination. Suppose if a scientist group is there in internet, they will discuss what are the symptoms, how it is affecting, what are the causes. All these are information they were gathering, and they will discuss within a group, and they are trying to develop a vaccination. Right. Likewise, these are the some of a news group. The topics discussed here cover all the fields such as politics, computers, technology, and many more. By using this news group, it covers all the fields, not only your vaccination, it covers your politics, it covers your computers, it covers your technologies, and many more. So there may be some certain groups. So according to the interest of your articles, you can join in that groups. Okay, the information or article that make up the news are written by people interested in a specific topic. Whatever the information or article available in the news written by the people and a specific topic, these articles are posted on the news group. Okay, whatever the news they have developed in that articles or informations, they are posted in the news group so that others can read, reply, and comment on them. So by reading that news, people who are reading that, they will read and reply and comment on them. Okay, so it is just like before that before this internet came into existence, we are very familiar with reading the books like Chandamama, Balamitra, and so on, and afterwards we are writing certain comments and through our postal systems. Nowadays it is everything is possible through on news groups. In news groups you are having various topics, and various topics you can give any reply on reading on that topic. Okay, to read and post articles in a news group, news reader software such as Microsoft Outlook Express or Netscape News is required. So to read and post articles in a news group, we require certain softwares. Those softwares are Microsoft Outlook Express or Netscape News is required. Okay, these are the softwares we require for replying and reading the articles. Nowadays any browser is supporting. Okay, we need not be bothered about these softwares. Some news groups are devoted to current events and headlines. So some of news groups are devoted to current events and headlines. So it is just like as in our daily newspapers, daily newspaper websites. It is opposed to the immediate news whichever is available, right? Most news group exist on the news. Most news group exist on a network known as Usenet, which contains thousands of news groups. So most news group exist in a network known as Usenet. Whatever the news group exists in a network is called as a Usenet, which consists of thousands of news group. This Usenet is also consist of thousands of news group. Okay. To simplify the selection of suitable news group, they are divided into subject classification known as the top level category. So we have to categorize the groups, right? So to categorize the group according to the subject, they have classified from top level to categories. Okay, BIS. If it is a prefix is BIS, then it is for business news group. If it is a computers and software news group. Okay, for if it is news and topics subjects. If it is a REC, it is a recreation and entertainment. REC stands for recreation and entertainment. These are the news group prefix. Okay, SCI means science. So where science and technology we can able to speak. SOC means social issues and socializing, and talk, debate, and discussions. Okay, MISC means anything else. Miscellaneous. MISC means miscellaneous, anything else. So BIS is for business news group, for computer and software news group, news for news and topical subjects, REC for recreation and entertainment, and SCI for science, SOC for social issues and socializing, talk for debate and discussion, MISC for anything else. Next our concept is mailing list server. The internet is home to large community of individuals who carry out active discussions organized around topic-oriented forums that are distributed via email. So if you observe, this internet is a home to a large community of individuals who carry out active discussion organized around topics oriented forums that are distributed through email. So suppose if I want to communicate any information, I will send data through email. Nowadays we are sending those information through WhatsApp groups, but actually the best thing is email. Okay, discussion around the topic oriented forums that all are distributed via email. This method of internet communication is known as mailing list. So like these methods of internet communication is called as mailing list, and it enable people with a similar interest from all over the world to communicate and share information with each other. Suppose these mailing list will enable the people with similar interest. Suppose you are inviting for some webinars or some conferences, some assignments or some for workshops. So people with similar interest may join those information. Okay, they can communicate over the world and share the information with each other through mailing list. The mailing list groups are administered by software program known as list server. So these mailing list groups are administered by the software program known as list server. There are varieties of program available such as list server and Mojardome. Listserv and Mojardome. There are variety of programs are available for this list server. They are listserv and Mojardome. A list server watches for incoming mail on a certain mailbox continuously and forwards any messages to a list of other addresses. Those who are having your mail account, if you frequently observe, some of the mails, unwanted mails are you are getting, and some of valid mails are getting. So all these are possible by these list servers. What this list server will do, it continuously send the messages, incoming mails to your mailbox. Okay, it will send continuous mails to your mailbox and forward any message to a list of other address. Such a mailing list can bring people together with a common interest. These kind of a mailing list can bring people. These kind of mailing list can bring people together with a common interest. Okay. For example, we are having this computer system. We have connected with the certain internet over the mails, and the list server is present, and it sends the messages to the list. This server will send, here it is suggested as a server process instructions. Server resends mails to all subscriber. So I am sending one messages to many, one messages to many. Those many will be possible by using this list server. Okay, yes. So subscriber can read and reply to any of all messages. So one who subscribed, he can receive and read the messages and replies for that the sent message. Okay, and next, data over the internet. Let us see what is the data over the internet. Yes, data over the internet. The data in terms of internet primarily comprises of hypertext documents containing links that connects to the other documents or files.